Today, we're cracking open a tool that's, well, kind of the secret weapon for some of the biggest companies out there, Splunk. If you've ever looked at the sheer amount of data flying around in our digital world and just felt overwhelmed, yeah, you're going to want to stick around for this.
See, every single thing in your digital ecosystem, every server, every app, every phone, is constantly chattering. It's just this non-stop waterfall of logs, events, and metrics. It literally never stops.
So, the big question is, in all of that noise, how in the world do you find the one tiny signal that actually matters? I mean, it's like trying to hear a single critical whisper in the middle of a roaring stadium. And that whisper? It could be a security breach, a critical app failure, anything.
And that's exactly where Splunk comes in. Think of it as your data whisperer. It doesn't just try to manage the chaos, it actually tames it. It's like this universal translator that turns all that raw, messy noise into clear, actionable intelligence. At its core, Splunk's job is really simple but incredibly powerful. It collects, it searches, it monitors, and it analyzes machine data from literally any source you can think of. And all of that gives you what we call operational intelligence, which is just a fancy way of saying you get the insights you need to keep your systems running safe and sound. So what does that actually look like? Well, its versatility is its real superpower. It's used for log monitoring, giving you one screen to see everything that's happening. For cybersecurity, it's a beast of a SIEM. That stands for Security Information and Event Management, helping teams hunt down threats. It also keeps an eye on your application and infrastructure performance, and, when things inevitably break, it's the first tool you grab for troubleshooting.
Okay, but how does it actually do all that? It feels a bit like magic, right? Well, let's pop the hood and see how this data engine works. We're going to follow a single piece of data on its journey, from just a raw bit of text to a game-changing insight.
What's really cool is its architecture. It's surprisingly simple, made of three key parts. First, you've got the forwarder. Think of these as your scouts, out on every server, collecting all the raw data. Then, that data goes to the indexer, which is like the master librarian, organizing everything and making it super easy to find. And finally, there's the search head. That's your command center, where you get to ask the tough questions and get all your answers visualized.
All right, let's really put this to the test in a super high-stakes situation, cybersecurity. In this world, Splunk isn't just watching from the sidelines, it's an active shield guarding the gates of your digital kingdom. Let's walk through what a real attack looks like.
So, picture this. It's 2 in the morning. Everything seems quiet, but deep inside the data streams, a little tripwire has been triggered. A whole bunch of failed login attempts, all hitting one account, and they're all coming from a location you have zero business in. The break-in is starting.
An alert flashes up in the Security Operations Center, the SOC. But an alert is just a clue. It's not the full story. The analyst on duty needs answers, and they need them now. So they turn to Splunk, and they ask one single, powerful question. And this is where it gets awesome. This simple line of code is the question. All it's saying is, hey Splunk, look in all my Windows logs and just show me every single event with the code 4625, which, by the way, is the specific ID for a failed login. It's like a laser beam cutting straight through the noise.
And the result? It's pretty much instant. Splunk throws all the evidence on the screen in seconds. The analyst sees it, confirms it's a real attack, finds the target, finds the source, and bam, countermeasures are deployed. A threat that could have taken hours, maybe even days to find, is shut down in moments.
That one security incident really shows you the true power here. Splunk isn't just a big database, it's an insight engine. That kind of speed and clarity is exactly why it's become such a critical tool for just about everyone, from engineers to the C-suite.
So, let's bring it all home. What's the bottom line? Well, Splunk's capabilities have a huge direct impact. Its real-time monitoring means you can spot problems the second they happen. Its search is so powerful, you can find literally any needle in any data haystack. It has a scalable architecture, so it just grows right along with you. And its security analytics, they make you a faster, smarter defender, period.
In the end, a tool like Splunk really changes the whole game. It turns this overwhelming flood of data into a conversation. It gives you the power to be curious, to be a detective with your own data. So the final question really isn't about Splunk. It's about you. In a world of infinite data, what questions will you ask?